Mbinji's Ninjani. Wow. Like, first and foremost, welcome to Auntie City's channel. Like, Bengi, I was planning to just be one of those people that just trolls TikTok. I want to ori and mind my own business, but konini ngifuna ukwenza ama commentaries, situations about nje life things. So because auntie manje, I've entered my auntie era, I was like, you know what, let me just have an auntie CD situation where you guys now and again can visit me, niboni proof of life. I'm currently awaiting surgery, so this is also a great way for me to spend time nani. Most of you know me through the wellness journey, but this is purely an unfiltered version of me. So if you like talking about things like Love is Blind, Married at First Sight, sizokhuluma nje nonsense freely here, you are welcome. Let's go. So asiqale ngale ndaba ya Love is Blind. If you are a reality TV fan, you would know that there are many versions of this reality TV show. It's one of Netflix's most successful dating show. And we are currently in season 5. So if ungekho up to date, please ngicela uyobuka ama episodes they've dropped this week's season 5, episode 1 to 4. Ngoba ku hectic, ku rough, but I feel that some of the issues that are highlighted through the couples that you see on the show are so interesting and interesting enough for us to have little discussions here, because yagoisho everywhere kumjolo. But I just feel that people who are willing to put themselves through reality TV are asking themselves to be case studies. So last is Okuluma about season 5, Love is Blind, for the next couple of weeks. So if you haven't caught the episodes, watch them before the next video. Good. So Love is Blind season 5 has about 28 singles that come into a house or hotel, whatever it is. The experiment is that you date each other without meeting each other face to face. So you date inside rooms called the pods, and for 10 days, all these singles talk to each other daily. They filter down uguti obani that they are feeling more, and then they kind of pursue a relationship, at least a romantic relationship, inside these pods up until the point that someone proposes, and then you only meet each other for the first time after you've proposed. And from then on, you then spend 4 weeks together, and at the end you decide if you are going to shatter each other. So I think now that you've got the rules, we're going to discuss these first 4 episodes. Ngoba, whew, it reflects everything that's happening on planet Earth. Trust me. So episode 1, we meet all the singles, ne? And as things get filtered down, we get to see uti ubani, ofil ubani, and then babiziba jola, and having these deep discussions. So I'm gonna just really, in these conversational 1-minuters, like pick out interesting things from some of the couples that I think are relevant to talk about, at least from Auntie Siri's side. If you feel it's also relevant for you, then you're in the right place. Asqaleng with the hottest topic, I think, of the moment, which is this Uche, Lydia, Aliyah situation. Goba, I think there's just so many aspects of that relationship that if you unpack it, you will find probably your whole dating life in one story. So Uche is a lawyer. He's in his mid-30s. He's also an entrepreneur. He initially is getting along with a beautiful woman called Aliyah, who's an ICU nurse. Shout out to my nurses. Ihamba kahle relationship, ayina drama, ayina luto. Aliyah makes a confession, first stumbling block of having had an infidelity in her previous relationship, which ended 2 years ago. Uche then obviously pretty near chastises her for it, drags her a bit. There's a very interesting conversation about calling her recent cheater. I think infidelity is such an interesting topic. But here we have a man whose truth hasn't come out yet, condemning a woman for her telling the truth up front as soon as she found it appropriate to do so. It gets real. It gets real after this. So what I find really interesting is what happens next. As the episodes unfold, we see Uti, the relationship gets stronger between Uche and Aliyah, and then bombshell. Uche then confesses to Aliyah Uguti this whole time that she's been forming a friendship with a lady called Lydia inside the pods. That this is a person that he used to date in the past. So, yes, they're dating for 10 days, but what's interesting to note is that after she bears her soul to him practically and tells him her past, an opportunity and a window opened for him to tell her there's someone that she's getting close to that she knows. But that is just the half of it. So anyways, I'm Jelege Uputuguti. I used to date someone who's currently in the experiment njengamanje nawe, and obviously it's a shock, and then there's just more that keeps unfolding. What happens next is what I can only describe as a morality clause blunder. You see, if you're going to approach a relationship and have an opinion and cast judgment on someone's past, what is usually the best thing to do is to share yours as well. Because as human beings, what's so critical and what we often miss is that both of us, so babili, coming into this something new, have a history, have a past, have things we are proud of, have things we are not proud of. But if uzongena and be umfundisi on another person's child and judge her, at the very least, make sure that you are preaching values that you uphold yourself. Which, more than anything, I think is what goes wrong in this whole situation between Uche and Alia, because you now have someone confessing Guti, he's dated someone, he's recently slept with this someone, she's in the experiment. It's a mess. And what makes it messier is then ex fling / girlfriend, we're never sure exactly Lydia where she fits in, then has a conversation no Alia, because now she's befriended Lydia. Lydia has a past with this guy who's in the pods. Anyways, bakhuluma bogel kuhambe kahle kind of. Now imagine you've befriended someone. Sure, early days, asithe vasit. Impinji yakho ugel you and ningoso faslahlani. She doesn't tell you that she's dating the boy that you are now currently dating. Anyways, when the secret eventually comes out, she then starts offering information that you have not asked for. How would you react? What does friendship mean also to most of us? What does it mean to hold someone's space safe? While you're pondering what does friendship actually mean, the actions displayed in this whole triangle of Uche, Alia, and Lydia highlight for me two significant points. The first is that let's carry out our intentions and our values. It doesn't matter whether it's reality TV or real life. I think when it's so hard to just go through life as a human being, if the things you are asking people to do for you, be honest, be loyal, be transparent, tell you what you want, etc., are not the things you are prepared to do for them. Now, whether the producers interfered or not is irrelevant here, because Uche still had a choice. You could have still told this girl what was happening. But most importantly, if I could talk to Lydia, these are the things I would say to her. Lydia girl, you're gonna be getting a lot of online heat. Process it. Maybe stay off for a little while, but unfortunately, reality TV does that. It will, unfortunately, just expose who you might not realize you may be as a woman, as a person in the world. Same applies to gents. I think what is important here is, hopefully, as the series continues, you have moments of realizations, you have moments of reflection, and I pray that you redeem yourself, because of how it's starting, it's not looking fantastic on you. And I think, unfortunately for you, most of the YouTubers and bloggers are gonna just be on you, probably the entire series. Let's move to the other couples that do progress in the series. Okay, JP and Taylor, I really don't have much to say, except it looks pretty much cookie cutters and it's a simple love story. They're into each other. Time will tell. So my assessment is time will tell. If I review the whole Izzy and Stacey situation, I also feel like it's a time will tell situation. Lots of chemistry there. Is there anything more substantial underneath? We will see. I think because this season started off with so much what I call in-pod content, we don't have a lot to go on a lot of these couples. So I guess the next couple of episodes will show us how the relationships develop. But we've got Izzy and Stacey, who are about a year or 2 years apart, Stacey being the older one. Interesting dynamic there. I think we're going to see a lot in that situation. I think another couple worth having a discussion about is the Izzy, Johnny, Chris triangle that formed early on. Mainly because Johnny is like the denominator of that love affair. Hey guys, the thing about being honest is the more consistent you are. Honesty doesn't require a story to be edited and re-edited. It's really the best policy. Honesty is the best policy. And I think Johnny unfortunately suffered the consequences of not being consistent in her honesty with both gents. It also, interestingly enough, showed the sides of, there's always an argument about men lie, women lie too. And whether it's a white lie or whatever category of lying you want to call it, hey, Mugel, it didn't work out for her, hey? Don't lie. Guys, don't lie. Last but not least, in terms of couples that do kind of progress, although I'm not sure we'll call this progression at this point, is actually Lydia and Milton, yes, I think that's the young gentleman's name. He's the youngest contestant, 24-year-old engineer. She's a geologist, 30. There are a lot of factors there. Obviously, the big opinion is going to be whether or not she's really into him, or is she, only into him because it didn't work out with her first choice. I think there's so many dynamics there that are really, really intense. Did I see a bit of coercion there from the engagement side? I will refrain from saying it too boldly for now. But something in that whole process of them getting engaged made me uncomfortable. Yeah, it made me uncomfortable. Yeah, binges, but I think all in all, we are definitely headed for a rocking season, a controversial season, and I think we're definitely going to see a lot of interesting developments in this season 5 of Love is Blind. So I will definitely try and keep up with the episodes and just kind of drop my Antitsiri kikis here. It's not really me opening a channel. I just really wanted an outlet so I can talk to fellow reality TV lovers. But of course, feel free to drop me a comment if you enjoyed this. And I look forward to virtually seeing you next time as we discuss life and stuff with Antitsiri. Till then, please take care of yourself. Look after your health. That's me. Over and out. Happy Sunday.